humid breath of the Crescent City clung to my clothes like a cheap perfume. I left behind the wrought iron lace and the ghosts in every shadowed room, with a thumb out on the Pontchartrain and $1 in my worn-out boot, headed for the Rocky Mountains, trying to sever a bit of root. The big rigs groaned a mournful sound, a steel-string diesel-powered sigh, and the sun beat down on the blacktop sea beneath a hazy southern sky. I wasn't chasing after fortune, nor running from the hangman's dread, just chasing out the weary blues that rattled round inside my head. Met a man outside of Shreveport with eyes the color of a faded bruise. He was preaching fire and brimstone, handing out the bad luck news. Said he used to rig the oil wells out where the Texas tea did flow, till a roustabout from nowhere laid his pride and his body low. He showed me hands as hard as leather with fingers twisted like a cypress knee. Said the derrick shadow is a long one, son, and it stretches clear to eternity. I talk of God, now can't you see? It's the only gamble that is left to play when your own two hands have failed you at the closing of the day. Through the panhandle of Texas, where the wind blows hard and the dust flies free, I shared a boxcar with a woman who said her name was Penelope. She had a face like a forgotten map with lines of sorrow and of grace, and she spoke of a love in Denver, in that high and lonesome place. He was a singer in the taverns with a voice as smooth as rye, but the songs he sang of freedom were just a sweet and pretty lie. She said he sold his soul for silver, and a promise whispered in the dark. Now his voice is just an echo, a flicker from a dying spark. In the flatlands of Oklahoma, where the earth is red and the sky is wide, I hitched a ride with a farmer with nothing left to him but his pride. His land was cracked and thirsty, and the banker's letters filled his mail. He was driving into town to sell the last few things that hadn't failed. He pointed to a withered field, said that was gonna be my boy's own start. But the dust storms of the modern age, they blow a man's whole world apart. They promise progress, price supports, a helping hand to see you through. Then they send a man in a pinstripe suit to tell you that you're through. I walked the roads of southern Kansas, where the grain elevators touch the sky, and a girl with eyes like a stormy night, she flagged me down as I passed by. She worked the counter at a diner, serving coffee black and strong, and she hummed a tune of a place she'd seen in a movie all night long. It's a technicolor paradise, she said with a bittersweet lament, where the mountains kiss the morning sun and your weary soul can be content. But the bus ticket in her apron pocket was creased and faded, thin and old, a silent testament to a story that was likely to remain untold. Now the air is thin and the stars are bright, and the Rockies rise like a jagged dream. I'm looking down from a mountain pass on a world that ain't as it might seem. From the muddy shores of the Delta to this cold and stony crest, I've seen the ghosts of broken promises put to their final restless test. The stories of the roadside souls, they blow like tumbleweeds in the wind, each one a chapter of a book that has no middle and no end. And I'm just another traveler on this long and lonesome road, carrying the weight of all their tales, a heavy and a precious load.